In the very beginning, before anything else existed, there was only darkness and quiet. The earth was not yet formed, and the sky as we know it was not there. It was a time of stillness, a vast empty space without shape or form. Then a gentle voice spoke softly, "Let there be light." And with this word light appeared, soft and tender. It was the first light that ever shone. This light was not like the sun or the stars we see now, for those had not been made yet. It was a new kind of light that began to chase away the darkness. The light and the darkness were there together, side by side. The light was called day, and the darkness was called night. This was the very first day, the start of time as it began for everything that was to come. After the light and the darkness had their time, another thing was made. It was something vast and wide, a space to separate the waters below from the waters above. This space is often called the sky or the heavens. The sky stretched out softly, like a calm blue blanket over what would become the earth. Below this sky the waters gathered together, and the sky stood gently between the two. The waters above were quiet and still, like a peaceful ocean held high, and the waters below also waited, calm and deep. The voice that spoke at the beginning then said, "Let the waters under the sky gather together into one place, and let dry land appear." Slowly and quietly, the water moved, gathering into seas and oceans. The dry land showed itself gently, as if waking from a long sleep. This dry land was soft and new, without trees or flowers yet. It was simply mirth, waiting to be shaped and filled. The seas were deep and full of water, calm and steady. Once the land and seas were formed, the land was given a name. It was called Earth. The great waters gathered together were called seas. These names arose quietly as the world began to take its first steps. Nothing on the earth was yet alive. No plants, no animals, only the earth and the seas, and the sky holding the waters above. The earth was still simple and pure, like a blank page before a story is written. Then the voice spoke again. This time it called for something new, something to grow softly upon the land. The earth, which had been quiet until now, began to bloom. Tender green plants rose up slowly, low grasses and small bushes, all beginning to cover the land. Seeds from deep within the earth started to sprout, sending forth leaves and stems. The green plants were gentle and fresh, a new kind of life, soft and full of hope. Flowers and trees were not yet there, but the ground was no longer empty. The sun, the moon, and the stars had not yet been made to give light in the sky, so the light that had come at first was still present, shining quietly over the earth and sea. The land with its soft greenery rested under the wide sky, peaceful and calm. The gentle voice continued to shape the world with care. After the plants appeared, the waters were given new life as well. Quiet fish and gentle creatures began to swim beneath the waves, moving softly in the clear waters. Birds, too, started to fly gently in the sky above, their wings brushing the clouds as they moved. The creatures of the sea and air filled their places without hurry or noise. For now the earth was still young, and all was calm. Each part of this young world was made slowly, like a quiet lullaby, so that everything could grow and breathe gently in its own time. And in the soft, peaceful darkness of the night, when the light rested away, the earth waited quietly for what would come next. As the earth rested under the quiet night, a new breath seemed to stir gently through the stillness. The soft voice whispered once more, its tone calm and full of care. It wished for something more, something delicate and wide, to fill the space above and below, bringing balance and harmony to all that had quietly come to be. Slowly, the light began to change. It deepened into a soft glow that could stretch and shift, bathing the earth in gentle hues of amber and rose. This new light was different, warmer, more embracing, a promise of days yet to come, each one beginning with that tender awakening. With this gradual light, the sky above grew more alive. Wisps of clouds, thin and feathery, began to drift silently across the vast expanse. They moved with quiet grace, weaving patterns that whispered of soft rain and gentle winds. These clouds were like the breath of the sky, always present yet ever-changing, a calm presence drifting endlessly. Below, the seas shimmered under this soft glow, their surfaces rippling softly, as if breathing alongside the earth. The fish and sea creatures continued their quiet dance, weaving through the waters with a gentle rhythm. They moved without haste, their sleek forms catching glimmers of light that flickered softly beneath the surface. On the land, the tender grasses and young bushes bent gently in a hidden breeze. The green of their leaves brought a soothing depth to the landscape, a quiet comfort that spread softly across the hills and valleys. Life was still new here, soft, patient, and waiting to grow into something more. The voice spoke again, its tone as quiet and gentle as a lullaby. It spoke of slow, steady growth, of building new forms that could rise tall and strong, yet remain peaceful and still. From the richest soil, new life began to emerge. Small shoots pushed upward, reaching gently through the earth's soft skin. Trees began to take shape, not hurried or harsh, but full of serene patience. Their trunks stood firm but smooth, their branches stretched wide, reaching softly toward the sky. Leaves unfurled quietly, shimmering in the subtle light, casting gentle shadows that cooled the ground below. These trees whispered in the wind, singing lullabies of calm and safety. The air grew more filled with gentle sounds, a soft rustling through the leaves, the faint call of birds hidden in the branches, and the quiet hum of the earth settling beneath its growing canopy. Everything was tender, breathing evenly, perfectly aligned with the slow passing of time. Birds above took to the air with greater grace. Their wings beat softly in effortless flight, filling the sky with gentle movement. They circled and glided, their calls delicate notes woven into the fabric of the sky's calm song. The birds did not rush, nor did they crowd, but moved with a stillness that invited rest. As day gave way to night, the first gentle stars began to appear, twinkling quietly in that vast calm sky. Not bright or overwhelming, but tiny points of soft silver light, like whispers of distant dreams. Their glow mingled with the lingering hues of twilight, weaving magic through the fading day. The moon, delicate and pale, lifted slowly into view. It hung above the earth like a calm guardian, bathing the world beneath in a cool, soothing light. The moon's gentle glow mirrored the soft voice, peaceful and reassuring, a silent promise of rest and renewal. Below, the earth seemed to sigh with contentment. The gentle pull of night drew the plants and animals into a cozy stillness. Leaves settled quietly, water stilled, and all creatures found their places in the peaceful web of life. Even the wind hushed itself, resting in the embrace of the night. In this quiet world, the voice marveled at the unfolding beauty. It was neither hurried nor chaotic. Everything grew slowly and peacefully, each element in harmony with the next. The earth and sky were no longer empty or still. They were alive with calm, gentle movement and quiet breath. The soft light would continue to rise and fall, marking time with whispers rather than shouts. Days and nights would blend softly into one another, cradling the world in a steady, tranquil rhythm. With the earth dressed in green and gold, with seas alive with gentle creatures, and skies filled with soft wings and twinkling stars, the voice paused, seeming to breathe deeply alongside its creation. All was as it should be, quiet, serene, and full of promise. And in that deep, peaceful stillness, the earth and sky waited gently for the next verse of this unfolding story, ready to grow ever softly into the fullness of life. In the hush of dawn, the sky stretched wide and tender, painted with waking colors. Soft pinks drifted alongside gentle blues, like a slow sigh opening into the day. The light touched the earth in quiet strokes, filtering through the trees, warming the leaves with a delicate hand. Birds, stirred by the gentle call of morning, began their song once more. Their voices wove through the air like threads of warmth, wrapping the world in a comforting embrace. Each note was a gentle ripple, a reminder that time moves steadily forward, not rushed, but unfolding naturally. The air itself seemed to breathe, a calm rhythm of inhaling and exhaling that whispered through every leaf and blade of grass. It carried the faint scent of damp earth, fresh growth, and soft rain from the night before. The earth was awake, alive with a gentle pulse that sang of stability, strength, and quiet endurance. Where land met sea, small waves lapped softly against the shore. Their movements were slow and tender, like the careful rocking of a cradle. Tiny creatures beneath the surface moved with serene purpose, gliding through clear currents that shimmered in the morning light. On the hills, new shoots stretched their fragile forms toward the sun, reaching up with gentle eagerness. They grew patiently, each leaf unfolding like a secret shared between the earth and sky. The world was a tapestry of subtle beginnings, each thread woven with care. A soft breeze wandered through the landscape, brushing lightly past blossom and branch. It carried whispered stories, tales of the past night's peaceful rest, blessings for the day ahead, and quiet hopes for all the creatures stirring beneath the open sky. Time seemed to fold inward, holding the moment delicately, allowing growth and change to unfold without haste. The voice, gentle and steady, spoke softly again. It murmured of balance, how every ebb and flow, every calm and stir, is a part of the whole. Just as the sky embraces the earth, so too do you carry your own quiet strength, it whispered. In the stillness, find your roots. In the movement, discover your wings. Suddenly, a faint ripple moved across the distant hills. A family of deer stepped lightly, carefully placing each hoof as they passed through shaded groves. Their movements were unhurried, filled with a grace that honored the gentle rhythm of the earth beneath them. Nearby, the soft murmur of a stream sang a soothing song, tumbling over smooth stones worn by countless years. Its waters glistened, cool and clear, reflecting the sky's tender hues. Along its banks, wildflowers nodded their sleepy heads, touched by the same breeze that carried the morning's secrets. In the midst of this serene world, the trees stood tall, their branches a cathedral of quiet strength. Each leaf whispered in the breeze, a chorus of softness that invited all who listened to pause and breathe deeply. The sun's rays filtered through the canopy, dappling the ground with golden specks of light, warm and safe. As the hours passed, the earth's breath continued, steady and calm. The voice offered a gentle reminder. In times of change, let calmness be your guide. Embrace the slow dance of growth and rest, knowing that each moment is woven with care. Through fields of waving grass, butterflies began their delicate flight, flitting softly from bloom to bloom. Their wings brushed the air with whispers of color, carrying the quiet joy of transformation from one petal to the next. Each movement was a tender celebration, small miracles of life unfolding in steady harmony. Further on, in the quiet shade of a giant oak, a nest sheltered tiny birds, their feathers still soft and new. The mother bird hummed low, a lullaby mingling with the rustling leaves in distant song. Life thrived here in thoughtful balance, gentle, slow, certain. The world, bathed in light and sound, was a canvas of calm. It invited gentle thought, slow reflection, and the peaceful knowing that all things grow best when given time, space, and quiet nurture. As afternoon waned and shadows stretched long, the sun's glow softened into a warm, golden haze. The voice spoke again, softly, with steady warmth. Rest is part of growth. Just as the earth turns toward night, find your own times of peace and renewal. Under the expansive sky, clouds gathered quietly, gathering soft shadows and the promise of evening. They drifted with an easy grace, their edges luminous as the colors deepened from gold to gentle purple, heralding the coming night. Slowly the first stars awoke, shy pinpricks of light blinking softly in the vastness above. The moon followed, rising with calm assurance, its silver glow a balm to the earth below. It touched every leaf, stone, and creature with a soothing light, wrapping the world in gentle dreams. Creatures of the night stirred quietly in rhythm with the sky's slow change, a soft rustle in the underbrush, the careful step of an owl on silent wings. Their movements were careful, respectful of the tender hush that filled the air. The voice drifted like a lullaby through the cool night air, a soft murmur telling of balance, rest, and gentle renewal. In the stillness between day and night, find your own quiet center. Let silence cradle your heart as the moon cradles the night. In every corner of the earth, from the smallest leaf to the tallest tree, from the deepest seas to the highest clouds, the world breathed in unison. Each breath was a promise, steady, patient, and full of gentle strength. And as the night deepened, wrapping all in its velvety embrace, the earth and sky held each other close, their slow, steady rhythm a symphony of calm, a dance of calmness and hope. The voice's final words lingered softly in the air, a tender benediction upon the world. Here in the sacred balance of earth and sky, life unfolds, slowly, peacefully, beautifully. In this great quiet, find your peace, find your home. Now as the night deepens and the stars hang like quiet jewels across the velvet sky, there is a delicate hush embracing the world, tender and slow. The earth breathes softly beneath the cool caress of moonlight, its gentle pulse a reminder of the steady rhythms that govern all life. In this moment, stillness is not emptiness, but a rich fullness, a quiet pause in the vast unfolding of time. Listen closely, and you can hear the gentle stirring of seeds beneath the soil, awakening with patient promise. There is a hidden life in these darkened depths, tiny roots unfurling, reaching out like the first hesitant fingers of dawn, seeking nourishment and anchorage. They remind us that growth is often invisible, unfolding beneath the surface, unseen yet vital. It is the slow gathering of strength, the quiet preparation for something new to rise and bloom. Above, the stars shimmer with ancient light, each a beacon of calm constancy. They watch over the turning earth, whispering stories of endurance and timelessness. The sky invites us to lean into its vastness, to find peace not in needing to grasp or whirlwind, but in expansive openness. May we hold space for all that comes and goes, breathing gently through every change, resting into the mystery of the night. The cool night air carries a faint scent of damp earth and blooming jasmine, mingling with the soft rustle of leaves stirred by a gentle breeze. It is a scent that speaks of renewal and old rhythms, of life circling back to itself in quiet harmony. The trees stand silent, their branches cradling the night sky, and their roots deep in sacred steadiness. They teach us the art of balance, how to reach upward while remaining grounded, how to sway with the winds yet never fall. In the heart of this midnight calm, listen to the distant song of an owl, its voice smooth and soft, threading through the stillness like a whispered secret. The owl moves with quiet purpose, its eyes steady and wide, knowing the night holds both shadows and light. In its gaze there is a gentle courage, a reminder that even in darkness, there is clarity and mindfulness. This is the courage of patiently watching, waiting, heart steady and open. Below, a small stream murmurs softly as it journeys onward, weaving through the earth with endless patience. It glides over stones polished smooth by ancient waters, carrying whispers of faraway places and the promise of arrival. Like this stream, may we learn the grace of gentle persistence, shaped by the contours of life around us. Deliberate, flowing, unhurried, the water follows its path, ever moving, yet always present. As the night lingers, a faint glow begins to thread the horizon, a gentle wash of pale pink, soft lavender, and tender gold. It is the earliest hint of approaching dawn, a quiet invitation to awaken slowly. With the first light, the world will begin its daily dance anew. Soft petals will open to greet the sun, and the air will fill again with the song of morning birds. But for now, in this sacred pause between night and day, there is a deep honoring of rest, a reverence for the slow unfolding of time. In this liminal space, the voice offers another gentle reminder. Life is a tapestry woven with patience and kindness. Each thread, whether bright or shadowed, holds meaning and a place within the whole. There is no need to rush through the finer stitches, no urgency to hasten endings or beginnings. Instead, we are invited to wrap ourselves in the warmth of presence, savoring the quiet magic found in every breath and moment. As the stars begin to fade and the sky blushes with the soft light of dawn, the earth stirs once more. Creatures of the night retreat gently into hidden places, making way for the early risers, the delicate songbirds, the shy rabbits, the awakening bees. Their movements are slow but purposeful, a gentle unfolding that honors the cycle of life's continual becoming. The trees, now touched by the pale light, hold droplets of dew like scattered diamonds on their leaves. Each droplet catches the morning sun, and for a fleeting second, becomes a tiny universe of shimmering light. This morning light brings a fresh song of hope, a soft promise that new beginnings quietly unfold with patience and grace. And now, as day takes its first breath, be still once again. Feel the subtle pulse of life flowing through every leaf, every blade of grass, every breath you take. The earth and sky are joined in gentle conversation, the ground cradling roots, the sky unfolding vast and free. They teach us to move with intention, to rest with softness, and to grow with mindful tenderness. May your heart carry the quiet strength of these early moments. May your spirit be rooted and free, steady and open, slow and sure in the tender flow of life. And as the sun rises higher, may you walk gently forward, wrapped in the sacred balance of earth and sky, knowing that growth is always gentle, slow, and beautiful. With this, the story closes not in an ending, but in a gentle continuation. a soft invitation to carry the peace of stillness into every day, and to find the sacred rhythm in your own unfolding life. Breathe deeply once more and rest here for a moment longer. You are held, you are enough, and you are part of this vast, quiet dance between earth and sky. Let the calm settle, the quiet grow. Tomorrow will come gently, as all things do. As the sun rises steadily higher, the world hums softly with life's quiet miracles. Each leaf breathes in newfound light, catching and holding it with patient grace. The forest floor, damp with morning's nurturing mist, feels cool and alive beneath bare feet, a tender reminder that growth often begins in silence and stillness. Birdsong unfolds like a delicate thread woven through the air, light and intricate. Sparrows and warblers share short, sweet phrases with one another, calls and replies of encouragement, a symphony of gentle connection. These fleeting sounds invite a deeper listening to the spaces between notes where peace resides. Here, presence becomes effortless, like the air the birds move through, unseen but essential. A gentle breeze stirs the canopy, rustling the leaves in a soft murmur that mirrors the heartbeats of slow, mindful breathing. It flutters through the branches, as if to remind the earth and sky that they are always in conversation, their dialogue ongoing and eternal. Each movement carries intention, not rushed or forced, but simple and true. Near a moss-covered stone, a small cluster of wildflowers opens their petals in quiet ceremony. Their colors, soft blues, gentle yellows, muted whites, seem not to compete but to harmonize, a subtle reminder that diversity in nature is an art of balance and grace. These flowers do not rush their bloom. They trust the unfolding of their own pace, embracing the tender timing of life. Beneath this tableau, a mother rabbit emerges from her hidden burrow. Her cautious steps speak of care and protection, a sacred responsibility to nurture the fragile life she carries within. She pauses a moment in the cool shade, her breath slow and steady, embodying the wisdom that strength is often woven from gentleness and patience. In the distance, a slow-moving fog begins to lift, unveiling the painted hues of early morning, now a tapestry of rich amber and soft turquoise. This transformation from shadow to light is seamless, a quiet celebration of change without loss. The earth drinks in this daily miracle, coaxing life to continue its tender ascent from the dark soil toward the sunlit sky. A leaf, caught mid-fall, drifts lazily toward the earth. Its descent is unhurried, a dance guided by invisible threads of calm air. With each turning and flutter, this delicate journey echoes the rhythm of the seasons and the grace found in surrender. To fall is not to end, but to rest briefly in the cycle before the next rise. Nearby, the stream's gentle babble grows louder as it courses over smooth stones, a reminder that persistence need not haste. Water carves its path patiently, shaping the landscape without demand or hurry. It invites reflection on how life's challenges met with steady kindness transform us into something strong and fluid, able to navigate change with grace. Sunlight filters through the branches, dappling the ground in patches of warmth. These pockets of light invite pause, moments to sit and breathe fully into the sensation of being alive. Every breath is a thread in the broader fabric of existence, a reminder that presence is our most profound gift, a sanctuary accessible at any moment. High above, the sky deepens from soft pastels to bright expanses of blue, stretching endlessly. Here, the vastness inspires humility and wonder. The sky teaches patience through its unhurried rise and fall, its topaz glow at dawn slowly melting into the golden warmth of midday. It invites us to be gentle with our own unfolding, to embrace the steady growth that marks all life. A cluster of bees hums busily near a blossom, their tiny bodies vibrating with purpose and joy. Their work is harmonious, each movement a contribution to the cycle that sustains the forest. They teach the value of community, the power of small acts flowing steadily toward a greater whole. In this kingdom of quiet wisdom, every creature, small or large, seen or hidden, plays a role in the sacred rhythm. None competes for space or time. Instead, all move with a tender respect that honors the earth beneath and the sky above. As the morning progresses, the warmth becomes a soft embrace, inviting openness without overwhelming. It brushes against skin as a promise of gentle possibility, a tender invitation to unfold in our own time, not according to urgency or pressure, but to the quiet beating of our own hearts. Nature's slow symphony continues, a song without beginning or end. It hums in the steady rustling of leaves, the flowing waters murmur, the bird's delicate call. In these sounds, there is no rush, only a sacred pace that teaches us to move thoughtfully, to rest deeply, and to grow with tender intention. Here, beneath the endless sky and rooted earth, we find a space free of judgment or haste, a place where each breath is enough, and each moment is entire. The sacred dance of life unfolds quietly and gracefully, a circle where every step teaches care, every pause invites peace. Pause now and listen. Feel the gentle pulse of this place, the earth's embracing steadiness, the sky's vast calm, the breath of the forest as it shifts and sways. In this meeting of elements, the story of becoming continues, not in grand gestures, but in the quiet unfolding of now. Allow yourself to rest in this space of gentle balance. Release the need to hurry. Breathe slowly, deeply, as the earth and sky have always breathed, steady, timeless, patient. Here is a sacred rhythm that holds you, a rhythm that invites peace and tender growth. The formation of earth and sky is not a tale of sudden creation, but a dance of slow nurturing, a weaving of elements over endless time. It is a story of kindness, patience, and deep connection, the very qualities that sustain and renew all life. As the day embraces its full light, carry with you this quiet understanding that your own path unfolds in gentle steps. Like the tender leaves, the cautious rabbit, the persistent stream, and the patient sky, you grow in grace and strength by honoring your own sacred rhythm. And when the day softens again toward evening, when shadows lengthen and the air cools, return to this space in your heart, a place where the earth and sky meet, where breath and stillness weave a sacred tapestry. Here, amidst the tranquil dance of existence, find your peace. Here, feel the power of gentle progress, the calm strength of kindness, and the never-ending rhythm of renewal. Rest now in this serene knowing, and trust that the quiet story of earth and sky continues with you, always unfolding with care, with love, and with timeless grace. The late afternoon sun stretched its golden fingers across the land, tenderly brushing hills and valleys with warmth that softened edges and deepened shadows. This light moved slowly, deliberately, not in a rush, as if the very air itself was breathing in gentle sighs. It reminded those who watched of the quiet patience and waiting that life often asks for. The patient unfolding of moments, like petals in a slow dance of becoming. Underneath that vast sky, the earth did not hurry either. A small stream meandered through the meadow, its waters endlessly caressing stones rounded by countless seasons. Each splash, each ripple, spoke of enduring kindness, a language without haste. The water's careful passage shaped the land with a gentle hand, carving a path that told stories of resilience, soft but unyielding. Nearby, a family of rabbits moved lightly through tall grasses, their presence measured, respectful of the space they occupied. They neither hurried nor lingered too long. Their rhythms were quiet lessons in knowing when to rest and when to journey further. Their breaths were small clouds in the cooling air, whispers of calm persistence flowing with the heartbeat of the earth. Above, the gentle wind played a tender melody, weaving through the branches and leaves. Each rustle was a breath, a pulse of nature's own quiet music. The forest listened and responded, a sacred conversation of many voices, speaking not aloud but through presence and stillness. This was the music of balance, a reminder that every moment holds its own fullness, complete and undisturbed. The soft light began to melt toward dusk, shifting colors like a slow dream, from pale blues to gentle pinks. The sky folded itself in layers of waning day and rising night. This transition was a sacred pause, a promise of rest and renewal, inviting all creatures to settle and reflect. It was in these gentle hours that the earth's rhythm whispered its deepest teachings, endurance, grace, and the sacredness of time. Among the tall trees, nests of sparrows became little beacons of life, tending to their young. The bird calls were frequent but never hurried, each note a breath in a long story of care. Watching them, it was clear that growth and change do not happen with force, but with tender attention and quiet courage. They flourished in the company of others, each voice woven into a communal song of slow, steady becoming. As twilight deepened, the first stars began to peek through the darkening veil of sky, silent witnesses to the day's passage. They shimmered not with urgency but with eternal calm, their light reaching across time and space to soothe and inspire. Stars reminded all who looked upward that beyond the rushing of moments, there is an infinite space to be, simply and patiently, held gently in the universe's embrace. The earth, now cooling, exhaled stories into the night air. The soil held memory, not just of what was, but of what will come with tomorrow's sun. Each grain was a quiet teacher of continuity, persistence, and slow transformation. Beneath the surface, roots stretched and mingled, a hidden network reflecting the unseen diligence that supports visible growth. This was connection in its purest form, invisible, enduring, and life-giving. In the distance, a lone owl called softly, a voice wrapped in tranquility and wisdom. Its song was invitation, an encouragement to lean into stillness, to listen carefully to the subtle sounds often overlooked. The forest responded with a gentle hush, a collective breath held in reverent peace. Here, beneath earth and sky, silence itself held meaning, an open space where the restless mind could find rest. The night deepened, cloaking the world in velvety calm. Yet beneath this quiet surface, the earth and sky continued their slow tandem dance, an eternal choreography of shifting light and shadow, movement and stillness, growth and rest. No urgency, no demand, only the patient rhythm of existence unfolding in gentle cycles of becoming and renewing. Within this sacred balance, every living thing found its place. The moon's soft glow traced the outlines of leaves and stones, delicately illuminating the world without force. Light and darkness intertwined without struggle, teaching that strength often resides in tender acceptance rather than in resistance. The quiet clasp of night encouraged surrender, a letting go into the timeless flow shared by sky above and earth below. In the tender hours before dawn, when the air held a cool promise, the horizon began to brighten once again, a slow, unfolding breath of light that restored hope and gently nudged waking life forward. This daily rebirth was not a sudden burst but a measured ascent, a reminder that beginnings need not be loud or dramatic. Each new day carries the same invitation, to move with kindness and patience, growing softly step by step. As the sun rose, a new chorus of birds filled the air, each note a fresh greeting to the world. Their songs wove into the symphony of waking earth, the absent-minded rustling of leaves, the distant rush of streams, the gentle hum of early activity. Everything joined in unison, sharing in a celebration of existence that was calm, steady, and rich with intention. The earth beneath, warmed by morning light, stirred awake. Tiny shoots pushed delicately through the soil, tentative yet determined, a testament to the resilience seated deep within all life forms. This tender emergence whispered that growth, no matter how small or slow, is sacred. It carries the power to change landscapes, shape futures, and nurture hearts when given space and time. In these moments, it became clear that the story of the earth and sky is not just a tale of vast forces, but of quiet persistence. It is a narrative threaded through the everyday, the subtle flow of water, the soft touch of light, the measured breath of wind. Together they teach that true strength flourishes in gentleness, and great journeys begin with single, unhurried steps. As the day moved forward, the world seemed to pulse with a steady kindness, a feeling of connection that anchored the soul. Beneath wide skies and upon patient earth, all understood that time is not the enemy, but a companion. It gathers moments into stories, transforms small acts into profound change, and holds the rhythm of life in tender balance. The day continued to unfold, each second blending seamlessly into the next, without strain or pressure. There was no rush to arrive, no need to hurry toward a destination. The journey itself was the gift, a sacred, unbroken thread weaving earth and sky, creature and spirit, heart and breath. In this unhurried dance, all found space to be themselves, fully and without apology. As afternoon light softened once more into evening's embrace, the tale of earth and sky circled back gently to where it began, a story of quiet resilience, patient growth, and kind connection. With each unfolding moment, there was an invitation to listen deeply, to move thoughtfully, and to rest fully, to embrace the sacred pace that nurtures all life in its slow, steady grace. And so, under the calm canopy of stars, with the earth holding dreams close and the sky weaving soft light around them, the story breathed a peaceful ending, not a conclusion, but a gentle pause, a place to rest before the journey begins anew, always patient, always kind, forever unfolding in the tender dance of earth and sky. As twilight deepens, the world softens once more. Shadows stretch across the land, weaving quiet patterns that whisper secrets of the earth's steady pulse. The sky, brushed in muted tones, cradles the lingering hues of day, a gentle reminder that all things unfold in time. The wind carries a cool, soothing breath, wrapping the world in a tender embrace that soothes the heart and quiets the mind. Beneath this calm canopy, the soil rests easy. It cradles the roots of growing things, hidden but alive, slowly reaching deeper, searching for nourishment with infinite patience. The dance beneath the surface mirrors the rhythm above, a steady unfolding that asks for nothing but presence and trust. Each seed tucked in the earth is a promise whispered, a potential waiting in silence. The trees, steadfast and graceful, stand as keepers of this sacred time. Their branches sway gently, not in haste, but with a rhythm as old as dawn, drawing strength from the slow unfolding of days and nights. Their leaves murmur quietly in the soft breeze, stories of resilience and kindness carried through the ages, shared with the attentive world. Across the meadow, a single flower opens slowly, petal by petal. It does not rush to blossom but grows in quiet dignity. Its unfolding is a meditation on patience, a testament to the sacred art of slow becoming. Light touches its fragile edges, honoring each movement as a ceremony of transformation. This tiny bloom is a gentle teacher, showing how strength arises in moments of tender growth, how beauty is born from calm persistence. The air is perfumed with the faint scent of earth and moisture, mingling with the soft fragrance of late blooms. It draws in the senses like a lullaby, calming restless thoughts and inviting the soul to find stillness. In this peaceful breath, all worries dissolve. Only the present moment pulses softly, a gentle heartbeat connecting all life. Birds settle into evening routines, their songs growing quiet, replaced by soft calls that echo like a prayer of continuing life. Their voices thread through the cooling air, embracing the day's close with gratitude and hope. In their calm exchange we find a lesson, a reminder that endings hold the seeds of beginnings, and that each pause is part of a greater harmony. Water, ever patient, flows quietly nearby, winding through stones and roots with the assurance of timeless movement. Here the river is gentle and unhurried, carrying stories downstream in soft ripples. It speaks of the sacred cycle, how life bends and flows, never forcing its way yet steadily shaping the land. The water's song is a quiet meditation, inviting one to release tension and move with ease. As darkness deepens, stars begin to appear, sparks of distant light that encourage wonder and reflection. Each star holds a silent wisdom, an ancient witness to the slow unfolding of time. Their faint twinkle invites a deep breath, a reminder that in the vastness of the universe, patience and gentle resilience are guiding lights. Beneath this celestial canopy, creatures settle into a natural rhythm of rest and renewal. The quiet forest floor is alive with gentle movements, small creatures preparing for night, the soft rustle of leaves settling, the slow exhale of the earth itself. This nightly retreat is sacred, a time when energy is restored without urgency, renewed through peaceful presence. In the serene stillness, the earth's slow heartbeat becomes a rhythm felt deeply within. It teaches that tranquility is not absence but a deep abiding flow, steady and kind, holding space for growth. Through this quiet cadence, life continues to unfold, each moment a delicate stitch in the tapestry of existence. Now a soft blanket of indigo embraces the world with tender constancy. It is both vast and intimate, a comforting reminder that while the universe stretches endlessly, each of us is held safely within its embrace. This quiet vastness encourages humble awe, a peaceful knowing that we are part of a gentle, enduring dance. Time moves with a sacred calm here, urging neither rush nor resistance. It whispers softly that every step, every breath, carries meaning. The formation of earth and sky is not a hurried affair but a slow, graceful unfolding, a sacred rhythm echoing through mountains, rivers, forests, and hearts. As this tranquil night deepens further, a gentle invitation arises to rest within patience, to honor the quiet pulse of life, and to find strength in the steady, sacred flow that shapes the world. In this knowing we discover a profound kindness, the kind that holds space for all things, embraces change with softness, and welcomes each new dawn with open, loving arms. And so, under the vast, starry sky, the earth continues its slow dance with the heavens, a timeless embrace that carries life forward in serenity and grace. Here, in the heart of this gentle unfolding, there is peace. Here, the journey itself becomes a sacred gift, wrapped in the quiet power of steady growth and tender connection. The night carries a promise, a soft, persistent presence that no matter how dark or still, the earth and sky will always turn toward light, moving together in a symphony of patient resilience, infinite kindness, and gentle hope. This eternal dance invites us to join with open hearts, to move softly through time, and to treasure the sacred unfolding of every moment. In the soft hush of the night, the earth lay beneath a velvet canopy of stars, each twinkle a quiet promise whispered across the vastness. The gentle pulse of the planet beneath, slow and steady, hummed a rhythm that cradled all life in its embrace. It was a song of endurance, of patience lived in every grain of soil, every drop of dew. Here the night's stillness invited reflection, a chance to feel the depth of time stretching beyond human grasp. Beneath towering trees, the forest softened into shadows, each leaf a silent witness to the passage of countless days and nights. The air was cool and sweet, carrying the subtle scent of moss and earth, grounding the spirit in this moment. Tiny roots twined beneath the surface, weaving a delicate network of connection, unseen yet vital. They spoke of unseen strength, quietly knitting life together with unwavering care. Above, the stars shifted in their ancient courses, too steady to rush, too patient to waver. Their glow was gentle, bathing the world in softness, a reminder that light can exist without demand, without haste. This calm brilliance held the promise of future dawns, of beginnings born from the depths of darkness. It was the earth and sky's eternal conversation, an exchange of hope and continuity measured not in haste, but in harmony. A soft wind stirred, barely perceptible, like a lullaby whispered through the leaves. It carried the faintest sound of a nightbird's call, a song that seemed to hang between worlds. The call was a tender thread, connecting the vastness of the night to the intimate spaces of the heart. It was an invitation to listen, really listen, to the quiet wisdom that lives in stillness. Each breath drawn in this moment sank deeper into the fabric of calm, a gentle reminder that life's greatest lessons are learned in waiting, in letting time unfold its story slowly. The river nearby continued its course, a silken ribbon threading through the landscape, shaping rocks and nurturing seeds with quiet insistence. It held the memory of every drop that ever cast, a testament to resilience forged through constant, gentle persistence. Here, in the mingling of night air and earth's embrace, there was a sacred space for renewal. The creatures who dwelled within this realm rested in peace, their rhythms attuned to the steady beat of nature's heart. In their stillness there was strength, not grand or loud, but deep and unshakable. It was an echo of the tiny bloom's quiet courage, a testament to the power found in calm perseverance. The night sky's vastness cradled this serenity, a boundaryless space where worries softened and hope expanded. It was a gentle reassurance that each moment, no matter how small, is precious and holds the seeds of transformation. This endless expanse invited the spirit to surrender, to trust in the gentle unfolding of life's tapestry. As time stretched softly, it became clear that patience was not simply waiting but a form of presence, a way of being fully with whatever is, unhurried, unpressured. This insight settled deeply, like a warm breath beneath the skin, urging kindness towards oneself and others. In this acceptance, the earth and sky moved together, timeless partners in a dance that never falters, never demands, only invites. The dance whispered of love that grows quietly, strength that emerges gently, and hope that shines steadily through the darkest nights. Each step forward, though sometimes unseen or uncelebrated, held meaning. Each moment of stillness was a sacred pause, a chance to gather courage for the journey ahead. In this shared breath of time, life's fragile beauty was held tenderly. With dawn still unseen but promised, the night folded its cool shadows around the earth. It reminded all who listened that rest is not a pause from life but a part of it, a necessary grace that nurtures growth and resilience. The world, vast and intimate all at once, breathed in unison, steady and calm, inviting all beings to trust the rhythm of the slow, unfolding dance. Here, in this sacred interplay of earth and sky, of shadow and light, lay the heart's quiet refuge, a place where strength is born not from force, but from tender endurance, where hope blossoms in stillness, where each moment holds the gift of presence. And as the first gentle light of morning waited just beyond the horizon, it carried with it the promise that every ending brings a new beginning, soft and steady, like the slow awakening of the earth itself. As dawn edges quietly over the horizon, the world breathes anew. The soft light spills gently across the land like warm honey, touching each leaf, each blade of grass with delicate fingers. The silence of night gives way to a whispered awakening, where every shadow loosens and unfurls. It is as if the earth itself stretches, waking from a slow, deep dream. Beneath this unfolding light, the river's steady murmur grows brighter, blending effortlessly with the first songs of morning birds. Their notes weave a tender melody, an invitation to rise, to embrace what the new day brings with open arms. The gentle pulse of life continues, unhurried yet full of purpose. In these early hours, the earth's ancient rhythms feel almost tangible, a quiet heartbeat beneath the skin of the world. Each breath of wind and every trembling leaf tells stories older than memory, stories about beginnings that come softly, without rush or force. They remind us that strength often lies hidden in gentleness, and that growth is a patient dance between stillness and motion. The sky above shifts, colors melting slowly from the deep blues of night to the warm palette of dawn. Pale pinks, soft oranges, and gentle purples ripple across the vast canvas, never hurried, always tender. Here, between darkness and light, lies a sacred space where hope quietly gathers, ready to ripple through all things. Around you, nature pauses in reverence. A dewdrop clings to a blade of grass, reflecting the coming sun like a tiny, precious gem. Somewhere nearby, a small creature stirs from its rest, moving with the unhurried certainty of one well acquainted with patience. Life in all its forms resonates with a calm persistence that asks nothing more than to be witnessed, to be honored. This is the rhythm of becoming, not a rush towards some distant destiny, but a gentle awakening to what is already here. It is a call to listen more deeply, to the soft rustle of leaves, the slow trickle of water, the gradual dance of light and shadow. In these unassuming moments, the earth and sky are fully alive, aware of each other's presence and promise. As the sun lifts higher, its warmth grows, not fierce but nurturing. It wraps the world in a quiet embrace, encouraging each seed, each root, each tendril to stretch outward and upward, without haste, without fear. In this unfolding light, time seems to soften, inviting an ease that warms the heart. And so, the story of earth and sky continues, not in grand, sudden transformations, but through the gentle unfolding of each day. The promise of dawn is never a loud proclamation, but a whispered vow that new beginnings are always possible, always quietly waiting. As you settle into this peaceful scene, breathe slowly and deeply. Feel the patient strength of the ground beneath you, the vast openness above you, and the gentle flow of time all around. Let the serenity of this moment sink into your being, filling you with a soft assurance that, no matter the darkness that comes before, light will always follow. In this space of calm, allow yourself to rest fully, knowing that rest itself is a vital part of the journey, like the earth that pauses beneath the snow, gathering strength for spring's bloom. You, too, are gathering your own quiet power. The world's endless cycles teach us that every night's rest is not an absence, but a preparation, and every dawn is not just a beginning, but a continuation, an unfolding of something tender and strong at once. Here, in the gentle balance of earth and sky, rest and light, patience and hope, there is a profound wisdom. It whispers softly, inviting you to listen and trust in the slow and steady turning of the world. And with that trust you are held by the endless sky, by the enduring earth, and by the quiet pulse of life's unbroken flow. The story continues, gently weaving moments of peace and presence into the fabric of each new day. As the sun continues its gentle rise, painting the sky with soft glowing hues, a quiet hush settles over the land once more. It is a moment of stillness, where time seems to bend and slow, inviting every living thing to rest within its tender embrace. The warmth of the first light seeps softly into the soil, awakening the sleeping seeds beneath the earth, coaxing them gently toward the surface. Above, the morning breeze carries a delicate fragrance, a blend of fresh dew, warming earth, and subtle hints of blooming wildflowers. It moves with a hush, barely stirring the branches and leaves, as if afraid to disturb the sacred calm. Each breath of wind carries the promise of another day unfolding, one built upon the quiet persistence of what has come before. Birds hover briefly in the cool morning air, their wings whispering against the stillness before they settle again. Their songs, once shy and tentative, now grow stronger and fuller, weaving a gentle harmony that lifts the spirit and invites the heart to listen deeply. These melodies tell of patience rewarded, of the careful unfolding of life's stories one note at a time. Beneath the trees, a slow awakening stirs the forest floor. Tiny shoots push through the rich earth, delicate and determined, while ancient roots stretch deeper, gathering strength from the unseen world below. Here life moves not in bursts or sudden flourishes, but in steady, measured beats, a testament to the power of enduring, quiet growth. The river's voice overlays the scene with a timeless song, steady and sure. It flows with unhurried grace, reflecting the sky's shifting colors like a gentle mirror. Each ripple and current carries a story, whispered from mountain to valley, speaking of journeys long past and paths yet to be discovered. Through this flow, the water teaches calm surrender, the acceptance that life's motion is not always swift or direct, but always forward. Sunlight trickles through the canopy, casting dappled shadows that dance softly on the ground. This interplay of light and shade reminds all living things to find balance, to hold both stillness and motion, quiet and sound, warmth and coolness, in harmonious rhythm. It is a delicate dance, one that weaves the fabric of existence with invisible threads of peace. Animals emerge gently from their resting places, moving quietly with the ease of one who trusts the day's unfolding. A deer pauses to drink at the water's edge, its movements slow and reverent, connecting body and spirit with the earth beneath. In the air, a butterfly flutters softly, wings tracing slow loops as if savoring the very moment of being alive. Each creature, from the smallest insect to the tallest tree, participates in this daily ritual, this slow becoming that never rushes, but always arrives exactly when it is meant to. There is wisdom here, that growth and change are not demands to be forced, but gifts to be honored with patience and care. The sky above continues its transformation, hues deepening and blending, moving seamlessly from dawn's gentle embrace to the clarity of day. Clouds drift lazily, their shapes shifting with calm intention, reminding all who watch to breathe with ease and accept the fluidity of life's moments. The vastness overhead speaks of endless possibility, yet also of grounding in something ancient and unchanging. As sunlight strengthens, it touches the garden of the world, the quiet places where dreams take root and hopes begin to rise. It encourages tender vulnerability, the kind that comes with trust and surrender, reminding that even the most delicate shoots can withstand the storm when nurtured with steady light and calm nurturing. In this hour, there is no rush, no demand for sudden transformation, only the unfolding, the gentle stretching toward fullness, ongoing and invisible beneath the surface. The earth's pulse remains steady, strong yet tender, inviting all to journey at their own pace, grounded in the certainty of gradual becoming. Even as the day grows brighter, the invitations to pause and reflect linger. The quiet moments between activity, the spaces filled with breath and soft shadows, hold a treasure of their own. They remind us that presence is not measured solely in doing, but in simply being, fully here, fully aware, fully open. This rhythm, ancient and enduring, carries a message that every part of the day, every phase of life holds its own sacred role. There is a time for rest, a time for growth, a time for stillness, and a time for movement. Each deserves respect and space, blending together to create the whole of experience. As the morning light spreads further across the earth, warming skin and stirring hearts, there is a sense of deep reassurance. The journey of the earth and sky is not a hurried story, but a slow, beautiful poem, written in the language of patient whispers, sung by birds and carried in the steady rise of dawn. This story invites us, gently and softly, to trust, to the slow turning of the world, the quiet shaping of our days, the unseen unfolding of all that is to come, to find peace in the steady rhythm that breathes beneath the surface of our lives, urging us onward without pressure, without fear. And as the sun climbs higher, a soft, abiding hope takes root, a hope that every day brings new opportunity to embrace peace, to be present, and to grow quietly, faithfully, in the light of steady care. So, with gentle hearts and open minds, we move forward, step by steady step, into the fullness of our own becoming, mirrored by the earth below and the vast sky above. The story of formation continues, slow and sure, an eternal dance of light, growth, and trust. And here in this calm and sacred moment, we rest once more, knowing that from this quiet rest, all things will gently, surely rise again.